Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we'll be killing the dragon, but also most importantly, talking about some Big Brother shit, right? So check it, right? My name is Zach, I'm 19, and you've probably never seen me before, but if you have, then welcome back. But I've been going through life as of recently, not really knowing everything, but kind of winging it. Most importantly, trusting in God and knowing that He got me, right? Life is gonna hit you with a lot of things that you're not gonna be expecting, right? Things that you never really even considered a possibility, right? For instance, me 2 months ago, I had no idea and no intention of joining the military. Now I'm fully on board with joining the military. I'm actually leaving in like 3-4 months, hopefully sooner, if my date get pushed up. But you know what I'm saying, like that's a possibility. That was never like even a thought of mine, since I was so young. And also I just realized I forgot my water bucket, so this is not gonna be any good, and I'm pretty sure I can break this without dying. Yes, okay, cool. But yeah, as of recently, I just, a lot of life changes have been happening, and that's perfectly fine, right? But you just gotta be a man, you have a good brain on you, just gotta think about it correctly, be smart with your decisions and everything, it'll be fine, right? Also, I realized I didn't bring a bow. Dude, I'm so underprepared. Just in life, there's going to be a lot of things that you can do, right? You could get with this girl, you could get with this girl, you could do this job, you could do this job. Literally everything, you just have to think about it. Be smart. Make the decision that you would make, one, in front of your mom, right? Because that's always a good thing, right? Act like you would if your mom was around. But you have a good brain on you, right? A lot of you might be, 15, 16. Some of you guys might be adults. Some of you guys might be even younger than 15 and 16, right? So what I'll say is just be smart, bro. Be smart in every decision you make, because a lot of the decisions you make at this age are gonna actually like affect your life, right? If I would have known genuinely like how important finishing high school was, I would have never had the thought of not finishing high school. I realized, okay, if I want to do something with my life, there has to be obviously reasons to back it up, and also like importance, right? Obviously it was important to me to do something in life that I thought was of value, but if it didn't bring me any money value, then obviously my parents would never see a reason for me to not finish high school and go do that. You know what I'm saying? And something that I never really understood from my parents until, only a couple months ago is you are who you surround yourself with. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like I said, you are who you surround yourself with, right? So if you surround yourself with drug dealers, you're gonna look like a drug dealer. You might not be, right? But you look like one. If you hang out with a bunch of, junkies, people that do drugs, you're gonna look like a junkie. If you hang out with people that, are stupid, make bad decisions, you're gonna look like a person who makes bad decisions. Is it unfair? Yes. But is it also realistic? Of course, because you look like who you're surrounded by. Same thing also that goes in another way. If you surround yourself with people that are extremely smart and nerds and freaking, not nerds, but like extremely smart people that make good decisions, you look like you also make good decisions because you have a good, friendship with you, right? So, keep that in mind, so that goes with the friends that you make, but also the relationships you get into, right? I unfortunately made a couple bad life decisions with the women that I had in my life, especially one, and it made me not look too extremely smart at one time. And the thing is, I only realized it kind of after, all the extra things happened. We won't get into that. Oh my gosh, I would probably die. You are who you surround yourself with. You are who you date. Their qualities go on to you, right? Oh my gosh. But what I'm saying, just be smart. Oh my gosh. Now you're attacking me? I didn't do anything to you. But yeah, man, simple things. I would say like not necessarily grown-up things, but just like more mature thoughts, more mature ideas, more mature decisions makes you look more mature. Oh my gosh, let's go. Let's go. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Because this is, nope, skip. Thank you. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to grab all our stuff, toss what we don't need, and we're gonna break our bed actually, hop through the portal again, hopefully not die. That would like literally be the worst time to die. Oh dude, do we do this? Probably was a little irresponsible to grab our stuff because I wasn't planning on going find Elytra, but let's just see. Turn the render distance to max, and we have one in the distance right here. Do we see a boat? Nope, but we have another respawn anchor over there. Okay, but another weird part about being a man is realizing how you're gonna deal with certain things. Like for instance, when I was younger and I was going through some problems, I didn't know how to deal with them. And it wasn't really a normal thing to talk with my parents about it, because I wouldn't say it wasn't like normal, but it wasn't something I've ever did before. Like I never had like a problem that I didn't know how to solve, that I only was going through, that I never saw anybody else going through, so I just didn't talk to my parents about it. It was a weird thing, right? I would say in essence depression, but also childhood, like just struggles, and I didn't know how to deal with them, so I just kind of kept them to myself. And you know, a lot of you guys are probably at the age that I was dealing with it. So what I'll say, and oh my gosh, there's one, two, three. I've never seen that before. One way that I ended up dealing with my childhood depression, I like to call it, I don't want to lie and say it wasn't like I was depressed, but also I think depressed is a mindset, but we'll get to that later. How to deal with your problems, right? If you think that you're a big man and you know you don't need to deal with your problems and talk to anybody, and you're just gonna, you know, grow a pair and just thug it out and everything, that is a horrible idea, because what you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. Because once, and I'm telling you, it's gonna get so bad, right? And I don't mean to scare you, but it's gonna get so bad that you have no idea how to talk to anybody. That once you have a wife and kids, or you know, a relationship with a girl, and she's like, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing, when obviously something's wrong, and she can't be there to help you. She has no idea. You know, your father, your mom, right? You have a problem that you can't deal with on your own, and they're like, how do we help you? And you're like, I have no idea, because they've never helped you with this. They have no idea what's going on, right? So generally what I'm just saying is talk to people that you can trust, right? Emphasis on people that you can trust. If you're going through something in your head that makes you feel like not wanting to be, you know, makes you not want to wake up tomorrow, as you know, scary as that sounds and as truthful as that might be to some of y'all, talk to somebody that you can, right? If that's somebody that you know, as a friend, as a family member, as you know, a family friend or something like that. I unfortunately was scared to talk to my parents, and also in a good way. I was scared to talk to my parents, so I just never talked about it. I never talked about my friends, my family, never, until maybe 2-3 months ago. I brought it up to my big brother. I was like, yo bro, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know if you ever dealt with this before, but like, this is what I'm going through, right? And he's like, dude, like I had no idea, bro, like, you know, yada yada, like, you know, I never knew this was going on, bro. I wish you'd have told me sooner, but you know, you can always talk to me, right? And you know, just to make this story shorter, he was able to help me. You know, I was able to talk to him and make me feel like I had a place in the world, right? And something that I also want to say, because I didn't realize it, and again, you guys might be the same age dealing with the same thing, whatever. My mom, for instance, right? I told her, I was like, hey mom, I don't know if you know, and this is when I like started getting good at talking with people, right? I talked to my brother, started talking to my parents. I was like, hey mom, I don't know if you know, but you know, I've been having a bad couple months recently, you know, not doing too good, not feeling too good, you know, just things have been going bad. And she's like, oh my gosh, Zach, you know, I had no idea. And you know, we talked for a little bit and whatever, and that really hit me, right? Like my own mom didn't realize I was going through this big problem. And at first I was almost angry towards mom. I was like, mom, how do you, like, I didn't say it to her, but I was like, almost like, how did you not know I was going through this? Like, you're my mom, like, you should know this. But I realized I got so incredibly good at hiding my own problems from my own family who loves me, that my own mother didn't realize I was going through like what I would say is like the worst months of my life, genuinely hating life, questioning everything, you know, like really like not wanting to wake up tomorrow, like not wanting to, you know, wanting to go to sleep for like good. And I know that sounds so weird, and I'm sorry I'm playing it over a Minecraft video game. I just want to spit some knowledge to the younger generation, or people that, you know, might be going through the same thing as me, right? Don't hide your feelings, bro. You might think it's a manly thing to do, bro, but I'm telling you, bro, it's not. You know, it's scary, I understand, bro, but you gotta like tell somebody, you gotta talk, right? And like, I'm not saying, you know, go tell your mom like, hey mom, you know, I cut my, you know, fingers off, or, you know, I'm trying not to get, you know, demonetized. You know, mom, I, you know, freaking die, I want to die in a video game, you know, something like that, right? But like, you know, talk to your mom, talk to your parents, talk to somebody you can trust, right? Like, hey, you know, I've been, you know, not feeling too good, you know, can we hang out, or can we talk, or like this, you know? You don't gotta go in straight and be like, hey, you know, I'm reconsidering life. You could just be like, hey, you know, like in a essence, hey, can you help me feel better? But not like saying it like that, but just like, you know, doing things like, yo, do you want to go and chill with me? You know, don't isolate yourself. That's something that I did. Once I started feeling really bad and, you know, not feeling like I was worth it in life, I would seclude myself and make the feelings even worse because I didn't think I was worth anything. So I didn't think anybody else was worth my time. So I would just seclude myself from everybody. And that was like the absolute worst thing in the world, dude. I mean, if you feel shit and then you seclude yourself from everybody, then now nobody knows anything wrong with you because you don't tell anybody, you don't show up to anything, you don't look like you're hiding anything, you just look like you're just busy, right? And that's something that I did. I would just always say I'm busy, I'm this, and not lying. I actually genuinely was busy, but I was so busy for the things in my life that I couldn't even, you know, realize I was going through something, had a problem or anything like that. And I only realized until I told my brother, and I was actually convinced he was lying. I was like, bro, what are you saying? Like, that's not true. Like, I'm not hiding my emotions or whatever this because, you know, I don't want to feel these emotions. He's like, bro, ever since this, you know, thing with the girl, right? Making that bad decision with her, you know, and going out with her and everything, you've literally been so incredibly busy. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, you're right. Like, he's like, you've literally, might be the worst chest loot. That literally might be the worst chest loot. Okay, well, sky's the limit. That's all I care for. And I'm like, bro, you're right, dude. Like, I've just hid myself from all the good in this world and genuinely just made myself so secluded from everything that I had no idea that I was actually hurting myself. I was literally hurting myself because I wasn't paying attention to any of the problems I was going through in life. And I know this sounds like childish, and I know some of you guys might want to say gay, right? Oh, dude, you talking about problems? Oh, it's gay. But trying to deal with your own problems by yourself is a childish thing that no man should do by himself. Even though he thinks, oh, I'm a man, I can do it by myself. I'm telling you, brother, from one man to another, you cannot. You can try, you can convince yourself you're doing the right thing, and then you'll realize once you're older, you're gonna be like, dude, that one YouTuber that I watched that one day, that one year, he was right. I shouldn't have tried to do this myself. I should have, you know, talked to somebody. You know, you don't have to go to see therapy. You don't have to do any of this stuff, right? If you don't want to, right? But I'm telling you, bro, talking to somebody and just trying to make yourself feel better because you're talking to somebody is gonna be the thing that helps. And again, like anything I've said this entire video, it's up for your own interpretation. If you disagree with everything I said, you're not gonna try anything, that's perfectly fine, right? But I do want to say, at least I tried. At least I'm trying to help. Again, I was your age at one time. I've gone through the things that you've probably gone through. You know, felt the same feelings. You know, had the same thoughts. Maybe less, maybe more, but on the same note, you know, I would say things weren't the best before, right? But things are pretty good now. And, ooh, that's nice. That's also nice. But I do have to say, a lot of it did come from having a conversation with my family, my friends, but most importantly, having a relationship with God. And I do have to thank him and my family a lot for everything. So that's pretty much everything, my friends. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, listening to me, you know, talk. Stay careless, but not too careless.